and welcome to Between Suts with Church. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we are at Mix 11 Studios in Barrie with Anna Goldsmith. Welcome to the show.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, so great to have you. Yeah, so great. So let's go back a little bit, if you don't mind. Let's go back to the early days of you as a young child. What was going through the household as far as music goes?
Okay, so my mom is in love with Pearl Jam, and so I was hearing Pearl Jam all the time. And honestly, when I was a really young kid, I was listening to the usual like nursery rhymes and stuff, but I would have them memorized. And I always, from a very young age, I loved memorizing music and getting to sing it for my family and that kind of thing. And I'd perform little shows with like my friends for the parents.
Nice.
And also, when I was 4 years old, I was listening to Pearl Jam in the car with my mom, and I love to tell this story. And my mom told me about the guitarist because I was like, man, that guy can play guitar, when I was like 4 years old, 4-year-old little Anna. And so I always knew that I really wanted to get into music, and I think it's really what makes me happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So was there a certain point, a certain age where you thought, okay, this is it, I'm going for the full gusto?
Well, I started singing lessons with Royal Conservatory when I was around 9 years old. Numbers, I got it right. 9 years old, and I really loved it. And my first class, my vocal coach was like, you have to get her into theater. And so I started going into theater and doing that kind of thing, and that's really when I was in theaters when I really knew that I wanted to do this because I love to perform. Yeah.
Was it the conservatory part of it just maybe a little bit too much for you, and you kind of caught wind of some freedom from that?
I feel like being my own artist makes me a little less stressed out, for lack of a better word, I guess. But it makes me feel like I have more freedom to be myself, and I get to help others be themselves too.
Yeah, nice. I caught a video of yours where you're doing a cover of Blondie.
Yes.
So were your parents listening to retro stuff too, or did you just discover that?
It's kind of a me thing.
Oh yeah?
I feel like they listen to good music, but I feel like I found Blondie kind of thing. Like my mom, well, I have to give her some credit. My mom did introduce me to these kinds of artists, so yes, but I feel like I looked more into it, and it's more of a me thing, and I really do love it.
Yeah. Was it that particular track or just Blondie in general?
Well, that particular track, because that's probably one of our most popular ones.
Yeah, true.
But it's also just a lot of fun, and I feel like, for me, I have a lot of energy, and so I like to bring it when I'm there, and I feel like one way or another, it brings a lot of energy. Yeah.
Do you take a lot of that energy onto the stage when you perform as well?
I do.
Awesome.
And what I say is I perform with the audience, and so I bring that energy, and then I make sure that when I leave the stage, they have that energy. Yeah,
that's a great concept. I like that.
Thank you.
So is it easy to find to correlate with them and to interact with them? Do you have a secret to get that motion going?
Honestly, you just have to really be yourself and make sure that you're confident in what you're doing, because then they'll be confident in what you're doing and they'll want to have fun with you. You have to look like you're having a good time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm always having a good time, so that works out in my favor.
Nice. Is there any particular gigs that you remember that were more fun than others?
Yeah, actually, my last one, I go to do emerging artists performances a lot, and with a place called Talent Nation. And it was at Revival Bar in Toronto, and it was so fun. It was amazing, and I performed my original Miracle, and yeah, it was just such a fun time, and I feel like I really connected with the audience, which made the performance a lot better.
That's cool, yeah. Speaking of Miracle, why don't we have a listen to that?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Sitting and waiting for the right time to come. It's tougher than it may seem. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be, but I see what others do and it makes me believe in miracles. I see others' miracles, but I'll be fine. Everyone's watching everything you do, each step you take can Always caught laughing at others, rule of thumb. Might be a great plan, like so fun. There's other things in life you just don't know. Then I see what others do and it makes me believe in miracles. I see others' miracles. Could all be fine. Everyone's watching everything you do. Each step you take can ruin you. It's alright, it might be okay. Life's overcomplicated in a different way. I am trying to hang on for the ride. I am blinded, but it isn't from the light. I don't understand myself. I'm gonna have to try. I can see it happening. My miracles inside. Believe in miracles. I see others' miracles. I desire a miracle, but I'll be fine.
I love that song, Miracle. Can you tell us a little bit more about the lyrics behind that?
Yeah, so I write the lyrics to my songs, and Miracle is really about finding your true self and the struggles that people have to go through every single day to just find where they belong, because I got bullied a lot when I was a kid, and so it's really important to me that people know that they can be themselves no matter what people are saying to them, because I struggled with that a lot. And so, yeah, Miracle is really about being yourselves and believe in miracles. That's like the main chorus bang part of the song, and it's really just about believing in yourself.
Yeah, I got a lot of the word hope came up to mind when I was
Yeah.
listening to it too.
Yeah.
There's a message there of hope for people, which we all need in this day and age.
Yeah, definitely. And I know, so I am not perfect either, and I want people to know that I'm not just this perfect person that feels great all the time, you know what I mean? And so I want people to know that everybody goes through these struggles and they're not alone.
Yeah. Do you find when you do the songwriting, do you take some of your personal situations from the past in mind and cater that to a certain age demographic when you write?
I feel like my main message is being yourself, and I
Okay.
feel like that can cater to anybody. But I feel like my music itself caters to younger generations so that they can find hope, as you said, find hope and see what they can do in the future.
Well, we talked about this earlier about you, about role models.
Yeah.
And I said that at your age, I think you have probably young girls who are performing in front of the mirror are probably looking up to you. And if they're not now, they probably will be at some point. Do you see yourself as a role model at all?
I mean, yeah. Like, I feel like I see myself as a helper.
Okay.
You know, I'm more of like a therapist.
Yep.
I feel like a fun, spunky therapist, but I want to listen to people and I want them to listen to my songs as well. It's more like I see myself as a friend to everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now, is that a consistent message that you'd like to get across? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In most of my songs, it's just about being yourself and making sure that everybody feels okay with who they are.
Yeah, that's nice. So you're saying you write all the lyrics. So let's talk a little bit about the process of how all this works for you, because it's a little different than a lot of people.
Yeah, this way works so well for me. What happens is I work with Blue and Purple Records, and they will send me a track from the Netherlands of music. Whoa,
Yeah.
music. They'll send me a track, and then I will listen to it a bunch and feel the vibes, and then I will write a song that correlates with my message and also with the track.
Yeah. So that's all done through here at Mix 11. Is this where you record a lot of that?
Yeah, I've started recording my stuff at Mix 11.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how's that process going? It's quite
It's awesome.
quite the studio here.
It is so fun. I love it here. And I like all the feedback that I get from Daryl, who works at Mix 11, too. So,
Yeah. Well, it seems to make you feel very comfortable out here. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful
We're
environment.
besties.
Yeah. So what's coming down the road with you as far as music goes? Have you got more recordings coming up?
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about some of the other tracks that you did, but you've also got some songs being released at the end of this month, I believe.
Yeah, I am releasing a song that I sang titled Go. And so that one is one of my favorites so far. And that is one that I will be officially releasing very soon. And also, I am working on writing an album.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's a fun little time. And so I'm getting all these songs and we're going to put them in a little package and put them in an album. And I'm really excited about it.
Nice. So the album is coming out at the end of this month, or when is that coming out?
Well, I'm working on creating songs
Okay.
and then it's going to like become an album.
Okay, I
That's
say
where-
it's just
yeah.
when the song Go is coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice. So with the album, how many songs are going to be on there, do you think?
I think it's going to be a mini album. So probably like 10 songs or 8 songs. So it's just going to be a little EP.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm very excited about it.
Nice, nice. We talked about the team here. You have a recording at Mix City 11, and we talked earlier as well about Eric. You have a pretty positive team. I met your mom as
Yeah.
well. And so you have a really good team behind you. How important is that for you?
So important. Me as a person, I need a lot of positive reinforcement, and I feel like that's what my songs do for other people too. But and so it's important to have those people because I know I can trust them, and I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm very
nice.
lucky to find them.
Yeah. We talked about the song Go.
Yes.
Why don't we cut to that and have a listen?
Awesome.
While others smile, I'm feeling vile. Why don't we feel the same? All that they show is pretty in others. Why don't we love ourselves? I've been thinking way too long. Mind caught sinking, it feels wrong. My heart and feet just drag along. 3, 2, 1. I've been scared of just the thought of you. Fake handmade of the fairy tale you're living through. Need a break, take time, others take it too. Oh, drive till your brakes don't work anymore. Fly till you feel you're gonna fall, and never seem to care what the world throws your way. You can make every day go your way. Felt alone, lost in this world. Why do feelings get in the way? Stop taking time, just make a move. Why do we never feel what is true? I lost track of myself too. Time spent wasted, I am through. Caught in trap, fake faces blue. 3, 2, 1. I've been scared of just the thought of you. Fake and made of the fairy tale you're living through. Need a break, take time, others take it too. Oh, drive till your brakes don't work anymore. Fly till you feel you're gonna fall, and never seem to care what the world throws your way. You can make every day go your way. It's not okay to never know what's real or fake. There's no way to see through others' filters. Stuck on one note, waiting for a chance. You know, let go. Drive, fly, and never seem to care what the world throws your way. You can make every day go your way.
Let's talk about Go.
Alrighty. So, Go is really about just going for it. What? Creative. But in my song, I have a little 3, 2, 1. Because when I want to go for something and just start to talk to somebody, even if it's just like going to say hi to somebody in the hallway, if I'm having a struggle going to do it, in my head I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then I'll just stand up and see what happens, see where life takes me. And so go is really just about going for it and being bold and making good choices.
Good choices. I think that's the secret there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot about acting on impulse in it and just going for whatever you see and capturing those moments.
Yeah. Because I know personally I second guess things a lot, and I'm an overthinker, and so it's important for me to learn these skills that really help me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about how you balance everything, because you've got school, you've got the music, we talked about your traveling, you've got a lot of things on the go.
Yeah.
How do you find time to make sure everything works?
I don't know. I don't know. I think, here's my thing. I have a lot of schedules, a lot of day planners, and I plan out like specific times when I'm going to do certain things, and I have to stick to it. So then I can balance everything. And so with schoolwork, I have dedicated time for schoolwork. And also with extensions, my teachers are really great about it too. So if I need that extra time, then I can have it. And then with my music and everything, I keep that on a certain schedule as well. And so I feel like that helps organize me, just putting it into sections of the day, kind of chunks.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in, let's say, 10 years?
In 10 years?
Yeah, musically. Where do you think you're going to be? Or do you have plans, or do you have set goals that you're going to follow through with?
I do.
Awesome.
My main goal is to be performing in stadium-size like stages and arenas, because I want the whole world to hear my message, and so I want to reach out to more people. I want to have more performance opportunities, because I want everybody to know that they can feel free to be themselves, and because that's really important to me. It's similar to Lady Gaga's message, if I'm being honest. Be bold and be yourself. And that's so important to me, and I think it's important for other people as well. And so I want to do these performances with as many people that I can.
That's cool. The other song that we are going to listen to, Follower.
Yes, Follower.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Follower was a bit interesting, this one. This was my second single. And it's really about me overthinking and the voices in my head, because I hear voices in my head. And it's a song that's really about me trying to find my own path and ignore all the noise that's going on.
How do you do that?
I still struggle with that. And honestly, I feel like these songs are like therapy for me, because it's like I'm writing my emotions and I'm kind of just pouring it out, you know? And so I just remember that everything is okay, and I really become in tune with myself, and I think about, what is Anna thinking? You know, like, what am I thinking about? Not what anybody else is thinking about, not even what my parents are thinking about. What is my gut feeling? And I really have to listen to that.
Yeah. Do you get response back on the lyrics? Do you ever get people say, oh, I can relate to that, or I understand that?
Yeah, I actually have a few times. And a lot of the time it's friends, but sometimes it's people just through Instagram. And it's really nice to hear it, because I think it also reassures me as a person that, yes, people connect to this. And it's important for me that people connect.
Yeah.
And I just love that human connection a lot.
Yeah. Well, while it's still fresh, why don't we listen to that as well?
Perfect.
Met this friend of mine at the edge of town when I caught a glimpse of what they saw. They said, hey, little girl, I'd stay for a while. Then they left without making a sound. I lost this connection for a long, long while. Then they found me in the same place again. Only this place was different, more versatile. The voices were much louder than before. I've been found in the wrong. trails off along with my senses. Why don't I know what it takes? My mindless heart needs a break. I then started to not put myself before the people that I knew the best. Just no clue how to express me through my core. The voices came back and told me more. I've been found in the wrong. Always caught in the wrong places, losing it while loving it is odd, and I hate that. I feel unable to escape. My mindless heart needs a break. Mostly lost in the wrong places. My mind trails off along with my senses. Why don't I know what it takes? My mindless heart needs a break. I'm unable in nature, confused. It is tougher than ever to be always caught in the wrong places, losing it while loving it is odd, and I hate that. I feel unable to escape. My mindless heart needs a break. Mostly lost in the wrong places. My mind trails off along with my senses. Why don't I know what it takes? My mindless heart needs a break. Always caught in the wrong places, losing it while loving it is odd, and I hate that. I feel unable to escape. My mindless heart needs a break. Mostly lost in the wrong places. My mind trails off along with my senses. Why don't I know what it takes? My mindless heart needs a break.
So let's talk a little bit about your style of music. We
Yeah.
were listening to you earlier and throughout the interview, and Steve had mentioned too that he heard a little bit of a Alanis Morissette notch in
Yeah.
there. Is that one of your favorites, or do you listen to her at all?
Alanis is one of my mom's favorite artists, and so I listen to her a lot, and I really do love her. She helped my mom get through some hard times in life,
good.
and so that's kind of what I want to do. I want to help people get through hard times, and so people like Alanis Morissette, also Avril Lavigne with that like pop punk.
Okay, yeah,
Pop
I see
punk
that.
vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And also artists that I really just look up to as people are Lady Gaga, because as I said before, we have a really similar message. And then Harry Styles.
Okay.
I don't particularly listen to Harry Styles, but I love Harry Styles because he finds a way to connect with his audience. And that's really difficult to do, especially if you're like performing for so many people. Obviously, they're all in love with him. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think it's so powerful how he can connect with a whole entire stadium as if he's just talking to one person. And
Yeah.
so I think that's so important, and that's really what I want to do with my music as well.
What do you think the secret is to that? I mean, if you think about it, he's just him and his guitar, but there must be something there that works for him. Is a little bit of charm, or is it just
Yeah.
the certain things that he says, do you think?
I think it's just that he is who he is. And people really admire that, because a lot of the time people struggle to be themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the artists that you've mentioned, the story behind them is that you've connected with them not just musically, but
Yeah.
also because of the message that they have.
Yeah.
How important is that to you?
Yes.
Does one relate more than the other?
I feel like musically I am in love with music and everything to do with music, but it's really important to me that there's an important message behind everything I write personally. And it's an important message not only for me, I know it's an important message for other people, and I want that to get across in the best way possible, and music really helps me do that. And so I think when I listen to other artists, I really connect with messages like that.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any specific artists in detail that you recall that really there was one message that really caught you and that you wanted to spread that message even more?
Yeah, well, I talk about Lady Gaga a lot.
That's okay.
Because she's like, I'm in love, she's my best friend. But yeah, Lady Gaga, definitely 100%. Be bold and be yourself. She is so awesome at being herself, and it makes me that much happier because I want everybody to be able to just live like nothing else matters.
Yeah, I think it's a great message. You do a lot of videos with your work as well, and I just saw
Yeah.
one recently that you did down at the beach, Centennial Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the video.
Yeah, so I basically music videos. So I love making music. It's so much fun because it's like the part where it's like I just get to go and hang out. Like I'm basically hanging out with my videographer. We're besties, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we pre-plan it. So we plan out kind of what we want to do and where we're going to be, and then what we do is we go to those places, record what we need to record, and see what happens, and it all just kind of comes together and gets tied in a little bow.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
you don't take certain aspects of the song and go, okay, that suits maybe a certain location
Well,
kind of a thing, or you do a bit of that.
I do a little bit of that. I feel like most of the time it's just what I'm feeling that day, if I'm being quite honest. But it does connect with my music, and when we get there, we make it connect with the music as more of a spontaneous thing, because I feel like that works better for me. But we plan out like the places that we're going to be, kind of thing.
Okay. So we talked a little earlier about you being in the role model position. If there's any message that you could pass on to a young emerging artist who just happens to be picking up the guitar, playing the piano, or anything along that lines, is there any message that you would like to get across to them?
Yeah.
And once again, we talk about hope and everything else.
Yeah.
Is there a message that you'd like to portray to some of our younger listeners?
I want people to
And
know.
watchers.
Yeah. I want people to know that you can be yourself no matter what anybody else is telling you. Be confident in your skills because you know what you're doing and you're going to do great in life. You have so many opportunities, and it's just you need to be yourself and be bold. Make bold decisions.
Great answer. Great answer. Thank you, Anna.
Thank
it was
you
a
so
pleasure.
much. It was so nice meeting you.
It was a pleasure. Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
Sitting and waiting for the right time to come. It's tougher than it may seem. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be, but I see what